Hello, this is Jerry playing Oxygen Not Included, and the dupes have received some bad news. There's the new head to the Galactic Federation, and he does not like our asteroid and is forcing us to shut down. So, what we've been ordered to do is to get to the top of this asteroid, build a telescope and a rocket, and get all 20 dupes to the edge of the space map so we can get picked up. Before we do that, though, Kester did give me a good suggestion here of simplifying our message. It's unfortunate the dupes have been setting up this base. They had a special rule of not being allowed to use a water save. So that's what this system is here. And with Kester's suggestion, I'm going to simplify to only do a temperature check. I think that's the only real main change. Just basically have the logic of temperature going out into the pipes to each of the aquatuners. We have that. Steam turbines need to check the pressure to make sure the pressure doesn't get too low so that polluted water doesn't get a chance to convert to polluted oxygen, which is nice. And then the final bit here is the temperature. Just making sure that this doesn't get too cool. Let's have this go like this, disconnecting that. There's an AND gate there that needs to go away. Some of this other logic can go. That little bridge can go. And then we'll do a direct connection. We'll have enough time to be able to see if this is going to work. But I like the idea. Essentially, we want to be able to say, okay, and the next question is, what temperature should this be? 140, let's say, if as long as you are above, we'll do 122. It's just about the point polluted water converts to steam. And if this polluted water that comes in is too cold or gets things too cold, this is going to stop that situation. A little bit of mop up. Okay, so thank you for that advice. I think I had some other advice from Matthew, so I'm going to have a quick look at that. So Matthew's advice, which I also like, is I didn't really save myself enough room. Maybe I would have done this differently, but don't put your Clin out here. Why not, since that produces heat, get that to go inside this area where we want to create some heat. Maybe we'll put in 4 tons, sure. We want to mix it coal. We'll do 4 tons. Just thinking I don't want it to be completely full because all the material that comes in is going to, I guess, cool off. No, heat. Well, it will heat up. It'll cool off the environment anyway. What's completely clay? We'll make this a priority 4. We'll make ceramic. We'll make, in case we need a little bit more of this stuff to refine carbon. And what did I do here? Oh, I don't know why. I accidentally hit disable. Okay. So that's clay. Oh, apparently with that being disabled, I have to reselect what goes in it. That's cool. Do we have any polluted oxygen? I don't think so. This setup might be working. We have a false signal that's indicating that the polluted water's kind of cooled things off a bit. We have to wait for it to get hot enough to put any more liquid into the setup. I'm not taking the temperature over here, but let's as long as the steam pressure rather is high enough, I think we'll be okay. All right, what do we get from the printing pod? Some pemmican, a little bit of a splashdown. Let's have a look up here. All right, well, if the goal is to get up to space, I guess we are going to have to start with a ladder getting to the top and an exit out to space. The dupes are not happy about abandoning their Camp Terra, so they put in a complaint with HR about health and safety. Working up in this zone with hydrogen is very dangerous. So they agreed that we can get at least Atmo suits up before we go up and access space. And since we already dug out this area, we'll go and create a hydrogen pump. Buy a little bit more time. Not all that much, though. So we'll get this built. We'll make sure that dupes are at least able to get into Atmos suits when they finally do reach the top. They can use that to build their rocket. So we'll start a ladder going up in this direction instead. Towards space. As digging, we'll put in the ladder later on, figuring out where we're going to go. Oh, some liquid that's in the way. Okay, we'll have to plan for that. Efficiency, we'll also put in a fire pole. Oh, let's see, we need that. Carefully going around our oxygen, oxygen going around the hydrogen line. Now, this means we had to get rid of this hydrogen section, so probably on priority. I think it makes sense to build this before anything else. Just, well, if the hydrogen gets to be too much, that won't be good. There's also a question of how much reed fiber we need, because last time I put in Atmos suits down here, so now if we're going up or down, we'll have Atmos suits to be able to access the environment much more safely. Put in an order of 16. Up here, we're going to look for hydrogen. Maybe have that go for 120. Start to deliver some suits. I see some oxygen on the way in. Now, if oxygen doesn't, if these don't get filled, we'll have a little bit of time to experiment, because we can't go or proceed any further until we have Atmos suits in here with oxygen, etc. So maybe I'll see. Okay, at least we've got hydrogen flowing up here, so we'll not get too much hydrogen in the base. And I guess we need to find something to do just to keep ourselves busy. Now, there may not be a lot of point if we're leaving soon. I guess I don't have to bother mopping up. Well, maybe I do have to bother mopping up, actually, as I see this pump here, which is taking care of carbon dioxide. Needs to be opened up. Get that liquid out of the way so it's not flooding. Oh, no. It's not actually flooding, is it? It's not in gas. Well, it kind of is. Kind of is. Oh, and we get steam down here. That's probably coming from this iron volcano. All right, let's maybe put that to rest so it doesn't cause any issues. If we were here longer, I definitely would want to put some steam turbines on top of this guy. So let's see, peat will work, coal as well. Quick priority of getting that in. Yeah, it's a shame we found this cool geyser, cool slush geyser. Let's start digging this out. Nonetheless, since we are waiting anyways, and the other thing I'm doing is just a little bit of exploration out in this way. We had some great plans to essentially make some stables of lums. And I was going to see if we could use that to feed these guys. Rather than sandstone at the moment. Anyway, let's go up here. Just curious if this is going to be a bad thing. Or maybe I just need to expand this a little bit just for that hydrogen to flow up nicely. Slowly getting in some oxygen. We do have to give some work up here. The other thing I think I forgot. Destroy that. Let's go down to the bottom here and see. Yeah, we've got analysis here. Oh! And it looks like we have some polluted water. We'll have some polluted water here soon. It's not going to turn to steam. That'll actually stay as liquid, hot liquid. But nonetheless, there is a source of polluted water. In addition to the other geyser that we have here, which is also pretty full. So maybe just Be smart to dig some of that out. We don't know how long it's going to take to get a rocket that will safely get us back home. It's the edge of the space map. Clean up some of this. The Draco stable on Camp Terra has been paying off. We have some plastic. Since we're waiting for that, might as well make things a little bit more efficient. We'll have a ladder in the central part of the base. Should have also a good return on reed fiber, one would think. Though I don't see too much around here at the very moment. I'm pretty sure that will be okay. 500 tons of sand. Yeah, we're not using sand as a water sieve, so I wouldn't expect that to be too low. I don't know if we're going to... Oh, steel production. What is the issue? Lime. I don't know if we'll need more steel when we get up to space, but you know what? Make this a priority, or already is a priority 4. But I will put fossil production back on. It's off for a bit. Flat or a pipsqueak. I guess we'll get a pipsqueak. That'll be our first. So the head of the Galactic Federation is not happy with our progress. So we've been ordered to have a dedicated oxygen system to supply this. So we're going to essentially duplicate this system right here. I think I've got everything except for I'm just realizing I'm not delivering water to the electrolyzer that's going to sit above these two pumps. So we're going to get this system to provide oxygen for the base as it is now. And we'll reroute the oxygen from here to go into our new system. What pipe is... Oh, that's carbon dioxide. Okay, we don't want to tie into that. Let's do this. Carbon dioxide line, go down like that. Clean that out. Alright, so this is going to give us a dedicated line to fill the... Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, we never selected completely wrong thing there. Whoops. Let's patch this up. Otherwise, we're just going to break some of our stations there for Atmo suits. Okay, just do a copy like that. We at least are sending pure oxygen up to that system. It's a priority. But we can still send oxygen everywhere else we were, just in case that's necessary to complete our construction. Take this, hit copy, send that. Oh, try this again, hit copy, send that there. And oxygen is flowing. For some reason we had that little piece. Let's just pop that. Reconnect that. And I think we are good. Well, that means we are probably now ready. Oh, maybe not. I think we've got time for another whole project before we go any further then. Well, this will be a short little project, but we'll give some decoration in our nature reserve. Let's just double check that is nature reserve. It is. Plus our laboratory. I'm getting a telescope print in here. And forest, which I think would be appropriate for the nature reserve. Should start to fill a little bit quicker now. In fact, some of them may have enough oxygen to continue on. So let's make progress. At this point, we don't care. Well, actually, we'll have to think about that liquid. How do I want to handle this? So the plan here is just to do this kind of funny dig around with the idea of getting this liquid to go down here rather than towards our base, which we'd have to mop up if I let that happen. Wouldn't be the biggest deal, but try to avoid that. We also have this little piece of fossil fragment in the way, so we're going to see if someone could dig that up for us. Need a specialist there. As we're able to build this ladder up, and a fire pole, we might as well get that in. I don't know if there's any point in making this wide. It's not as if we need hydrogen to flow up here, like we do have over here. Maybe make this just a little bit wider, though I don't see, this doesn't seem to be an issue. Just check the bottom of the base. We've got that polluted water coming out. Got our nice decorated rooms in here. Oh, we're having power issues. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah. Well, this should easily be fixed, I would think. So let's just make that. I believe I've had everything upgraded to conductive wire, if that's true. There shouldn't be an issue in doing this. That way we're giving more power to that one line. Oh yeah, that's going to all the electrolyzers, I guess. Yeah, no wonder. How many electrolyzers did I install in this base? Far too many. Far too many. Let's make priority over here. We'll see if this works. Looking good so far. Nice that I've got this whole area, or with this ammo suits from this point on, we don't need to worry about what the dupes get up to, really. As long as liquid doesn't fall in the base, obviously. Okay, this is being dug out. That's good to see. Just do this before we send the ladder up. Check on that new transformer. Looks good. Well, it's going yellow though. Like, just, is that actually a problem? Okay, we'll come back to that. I don't think I see anything turning off. Alright, let's send you. I can, no, we don't need to attack. We'll just move you. We'll send some fire poles going up. If I can actually build anything. And we'll get up a little bit off to decide where we're going to go off, and let's see, that's going to cause an issue. Or we're going to have a spot where maybe a liquid airlock, for instance, to be able to access space. Mopping up here just to avoid dupes getting their feet wet just before putting on an ammo suit. Open this up, that little paku that's in there will be able to get down, access some water. Oh, we've got trouble. Okay, now, hold on. How do I get you guys out safely? Probably fastest thing is just do that. Okay. Whew. Right, and we don't want shovels causing an issue. Let me think about how I want to handle this situation. So I've decided this is going to be the spot we'll go out in space. So we'll have a liquid airlock way up here. Let's put in a metal tile here. Prevent these guys. Of course that would happen. Okay, they can't go through these doors. Now, fortunately, we already have one here. Though, didn't I create a spot? I do. I already have a spot for these guys. So anytime I have, I see one that gets through, we'll just throw them in here. In fact, maybe at some point we'll just throw them all in there. for now. We'll do this type of thing. For the liquid, it's very cold. So I don't want to use anything that's going to turn to a solid. So I decided, just to be safe, we're going to tap into our petroleum line and send petroleum up there. This spot here, create it first. Just have it ready. So that when the liquid lands, it'll actually stick in this area. See if this is also effective of keeping these little guys on this side. I think we are going to be safe to connect this. Petroleum hasn't made its way up anyway. It's on the way though. Polluted water. Where's that from? Oh, polluted ice. Okay. That might be a little annoying, actually. We have, we've got, not a whole lot. There is more. Okay, I'm gonna have to be careful here. Continue to make a fire pole going up. Up and up and up. And I figure we'll probably build our rocket at this location. I mean, it doesn't have to be. Or it could be down here, but then the carbon dioxide gas would kind of stick around. I think we'll go up here just to be safe. Petroleum. What's going on with that? That's due to a lack of crude oil. What's going on with that? Disconnected this. Okay. That can be fixed easily. There we go. We'll get that flowing again. Continuing to make our way up. I'm just going to make sure we don't have any polluted ice. Doesn't appear to be. Oh, but we're going to have... Oh, shoot. What I've decided to do is go out a little bit further. Add in some bunker tiles just for safety, just because I'm suspecting some meteorites could land in. What I don't want to have happen is that meteorite take this out and cause this petroleum to go out of the way and lose our liquid airlock. So there it is. We've got lots of steel, so that's not the problem. Get up to the top of here and decide how we're going to build a rocket, or maybe a series of rockets, and then a telescope. Might as well put that telescope in laboratory. Some petroleum landing in. I'm just realizing, technically, can these little guys get past this point? I assume they can't go through obsidian. But they would be able to get through here, so it's kind of a problem. And they can go diagonal too. I will even do a gold tiling. Should have built this first. Here and here. Stop putting in petroleum. Well, we're out of petroleum at the moment anyway. Hold off on that until this gets done. Oh, and dupes are trapped. Electro. Okay. Oh, trapped again. That's right. What's going to happen if those critters start, we're gonna have to, okay, as much as possible, just for safety, we're going to have to try to, this might be a bit of a pain, get these guys to get out of the way, someplace safe, controllable, and like in here where, yeah, because they could block the dupes off. maybe just having this open up a little bit more might help to some degree. You, anytime I see one of these guys, we're going to say, hey, throw you in a cage. These are the critters that don't care about how many there is in a room. Right, well, we're at the top. I guess I can do the next part of this whole system. Telescope and rocket. So here it is, the telescope, which will allow us to see out in space. If we'll ever move these guys over, but we'll see. To a more safe area. And the rocket, we'll see what we can do with that. I'm worried about these guys depositing some material if I have a door here. So I'm going to have a double door just in case these shovels decide to cause a little bit of a mess. But we need some power. And we need to connect into the oxygen line. Still waiting for some Atmos suits to be filled up. I think we are now good. Do this while we get before I put in the rest of the petroleum. These, I need the dupes with wrangling skill. Oh, tails. Oh, nice. Okay. You guys are on it. Maybe this will work then. Oh, you've already been requested to be moved. Is this enough petroleum? Maybe what I will do is just to keep the pipes empty. I'm going to say that's enough, but I will just disconnect this down here. Just to make those pipes empty in case we need that for something else. But mop up there, why not? Okay, so we've got our liquid airlock such that gas won't escape. These doors, I guess, don't have to be shut. Make our first rocket. It's a very basic one to start with. Oh, did I destroy that? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, whoa. What's going on? Okay, we're getting power issues. Do we not have enough hydrogen generator? No, it's the hydrogen. We don't have enough really? Or is this pump just not? No, it's working. We're actually out. Wow, okay, did not see that coming. All right, well, I guess that's going to be the challenge. And I'm guessing the reason for this is probably in here. Let's just have a look. Any polluted oxygen. So yeah, keeping the steam up is good, but the amount of power to run the thermal aquatuners. What comes to mind is, have I achieved the super sustainable achievement yet? That might turn of the century. Okay, I have. That gives me some options. I'll think about what to do from here. Alright, so the head of the Galactic Federation is apparently obsessed with coal. Coal will be the future, so we're building mega coal power plants. Now, I chose to put it down here because that's going to produce lots of carbon dioxide, and I figured why keep that, or why put it up here where it might go through the living area. We'll at least keep it down here. That means we're going to have to make sure that this guy is able to be cleared off from liquid. How long can we last? Do we have enough time to be able to actually create this? It's one of my first concerns. As long as we have enough I think, oh yeah, we'd be fine. We'll be fine. There's lots of oxygen in the air. Though we're not able to fill these, so if these become empty, they're lots of oxygen at the moment. I think we're gonna be fine. Coal to these locations. Have that temporarily brought up. We should have lots of, yeah, 250 tons. And coal's being produced by hatches. Come on, dupes. Did I bring in heavy wrought wire? No, I did not. I did not. Do a disconnect right there. Thinking, okay, we have seed comb or fertilizer. What setting did I? This is the setting for the hydrogen power plant. Probably we want to burn hydrogen first, so maybe we'll put 70, 90. And let's put in this back to 5, this back to 5. We don't want to have the dupes put in the coal. So we'll put in that and that. Power each of these. Make sure this gets into a power plant, because apparently we are consuming lots of power. We're under this restriction where we're not allowed to use water sieves. So that's causing a drain the power. I should have thought that might be an issue, but went by me. Went right by me. But yeah, makes sense. I mean, we're running thermoacrytuner after thermoacrytuner. Quite often, once I have a bunch of electrolyzers, like this, I have an excess amount of hydrogen. The other thing is, I wonder if we'll have to have a manual generator to kind of bail us out, even if it's just temporary. Put that on the heavy wire line. We'll see if 2 is going to be good enough for that. Oh, and let's put in this, otherwise this isn't going to really do much. There we go. And I should see some tune-ups. Let's double check that we actually have a power plant. Let's open this up for carbon dioxide to flow down. Even with 6 of those. Yes. 30. I wonder if I should get 20, such that we don't have this running. But we want to save power, but we also want to get water out of our system, and currently we're not quite able to get that water we need. Oh my. So yeah, 6 of those running. What about tune-ups? And yeah, they've been tuned up. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, they can't quite replace the hydrogen, though we've got hydrogen going. Okay, maybe things will be okay. Maybe things will be okay. All right, let's turn our attention. Did we ever get... Okay, we just need a light source. So let's disable this guy right here. Doesn't consider a light source unless that that light source is both connected to a power that's actually active. But I don't want to do that because this is going to heat up. So we'll get someone to disable this. Then we'll connect this. And there we are. We have a laboratory and a simple rocket.
So the dupes have gotten a bit of good news. It finds out that the Galactic Command can't close us without a justification. Of course, they sent a justification is health and safety reasons. Our triage cot is not effective enough. It needs to be in a hospital. But I think we can do something about that. So we're going to try to create a hospital. Something I don't often create. I at best will make triage cots. Sometimes I don't even bother doing that. But if we're in need of a hospital, then for this asteroid to carry on, then let's make a hospital. We'll have some lighting. We'll also have a medicine area in the back with lighting as well. An auto sweeper. Put in some gold tiling. I was going to put in some carpeting. I look a little bit low. That's probably due to the fact that I've been asking for so many ammo suits. Where is my production? That worn. Yeah, we need the also reed fiber for that. But eventually, these guys. Oh, in fact, Tails currently giving us a little bit more reed fiber. Plastic building up too. It's opened up. So we might have to go and create a few things. Basic red pills, probably the main thing. For now, as long I can't remember if the piping is needed in a hospital. Apparently not. A hospital, you need a laboratory, but, well, you need a toilet and a mess table, but we don't actually need plumbing. So that's going to buy us a little bit of time until they come back and say what the next requirement is. But you know what? That's it for today. We've saved our base in the meantime. We're going to have to prepare for all kinds of odd requests. Definitely, I'll take requests from you guys if whatever you think is necessary. I want to come back, though, just before I leave, to the power situation. That surprised me. It looks like we're okay at the moment. We've got a buildup of hydrogen. That's nice. That's very nice to see. And if we ever get out of power temporarily, we've got our coal generators ready to go. He's running full tilt. Okay, what are we going to get up to next on Camp Terra? I can't tell you, but we'll find out next. The other thing, and I think I'm going to have to fix this before I leave, because if I forget about this, our water source is pretty much run out. Wow. Okay, let me fix that before we go today. So apparently one more thing before I leave today, but we're going to put in a pump down here. I see a little bit of salt water. I don't think that's going to be a problem. The reason I chose this location is because this is going to have a renewable source of polluted water, at least. But salt or brine, I see a little bit of brine there. I assume that's just going to do the same thing, except produce salt. I'm hoping that's going to be the case. We'll find out. Probably not today, but at some point down the line. But yeah, this is going to need a little bit of power. We'll have to go. I did a little bit of rerouting up here, just to go through this little zone. We're getting a small. Oh yeah, that small little that small amount of polluted water is coming from the washroom, which it's currently fine. Currently, we've got water. But we're just not sending a whole lot of new water. It's just water from the toilet. That's not good. All right. I see. I understand what's happening here. So let's jump. Send that up. And tie that in. Maybe that will keep us going so I can sleep at night. Otherwise, I might keep myself up trying to figure out how to solve all. It's just a matter of moving a pump to a new location. What about our natural gas situation? This guy's become dormant. Food's not half a million calories. We don't have a big issue with that. We may even have some good quality food. Let's have a look. A mix of things. Frostburger's 120,000 though. Frostburger, that's awesome. Anyway, yeah, let's not worry about food. Power seems to be okay. Oh, Briar seeds. Might as well take that. In fact, do we have everything planned here as we want? Okay, we're good there. Just a few more wiring to go, and I think we will finish off for today. So I think that's pretty much how this playthrough is going to be. There's going to be some odd requirements that come into play. We started off for a while of not having water sieves. Hospitals is not going to be one of the last things that we have to build. There will be all kinds of stuff. But I'll also have to take into account the actual power and oxygen and food to make sure everyone stays alive with all the additional requirements that's going to continually be thrown on this. Anyways, let me just double check. We've got polluted water and salt water. I'm just curious. First of all, why is... Okay, I see. It's a little confusing. How about we get rid of this? Yeah, I don't want salt water to go in. I mean, it wouldn't be a biggest. No, let's keep this as just polluted water. How do I solve this situation? Kind of force this to go in this direction. I think that's probably the smartest thing. And that way, if we ever need any more polluted water, that's going to come from the washroom. That could go in like that. Okay, but yeah, there is water, and I just want to see quickly. Okay, we are getting little packets of salt water land. And I assume yeah, salt. Salt's accumulating and should be being picked up here. So I guess it works all the same. Salt water, polluted water, and that's another requirement. We can't use the salinator. Oh, all right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. This is JR playing Oxygen, not included.